Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LPL matchup.
Now the matchup so far as Milky Way's moved into the bottom lane. This feels a little scary for LGD.
Really
Only 3 minions, but it's enough minions as life under the tower though. Good damage from Kepler to return the kill.
Yeah, so it's a 1-for-1, and I was definitely kind of view him and Shire in any particular favor or not. Meteor now going towards bot side after visiting top side just a little earlier. It's going to be going in from
Double
left.
swirl scene lands, but life goes straight onto Jin Zhao. I'm not sure if he'll make it back out of that one. The burn on Jin Zhao. Milky Way's got some damage, Doctor too, but they can't really chase anyone down. And it will just be another kill for LGD. These attempted plays in the bot side for FPX really not working out.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd go for a favor this time. Milky Way does manage to get himself towards that dragon. He'll be happy to stack that one up nice and early, but because he's down there and he's been trading very hard, maybe that opens up an option for Meteor to go towards the grubs on spawn. Life and Milky Way though, roaming, and Jin Zhao not quite.
Meteor starting it, Milky Way wants to get in. It reminds me of the Croaks all those seconds ago.
Oh, such a long time
ago. I know, memories, man. Like, good times. Jin Zhao goes forward. He's taking damage from 3, but Milky Way's overstepped his bounds here. The bomb explodes. Haichao has a reset, jumps towards life. I wasn't sure if he'd go for care there, but hold his nerve, doesn't overcommit to things. And that is just literally a level 60. Going well for you early. Meteor has gone over a ward as he makes his way towards this bottom side, but wave going to be cleared here by Dogdom, so no chance of a dive. I don't think there's much of a chance for Meteor to really get in the jungle either. Dodges away from the damage from Milky Way, and that's a Hex Flash from Jin Zhao, but doesn't commit. In the meantime, Care and Haichao just absolutely duking it out in the mid lane. Everything blown as Milky Way gets some damage onto Jin Zhao. And it's finally a pick as Kepler, now slowed by Dogdom. It's so hard to escape from the Ash. You can never escape from the Ash. Flash comes on through. Kepler still slowed. The cleanse isn't enough. And Dogdom just chases him across the map for a solo kill.
And just so many skill shots going wide from that.
And tries to flash. Tries to use
Is
his
this
cleanse.
a reference? Is this a rare reference? I don't know.
That was the that was a reference to the first Spider-Man film with Tobey Maguire. It's in the wrestling ring, and we're in the wrestling ring on the top side. It's the true shot barrage from Kepler. Sniped out Milky Way. Double you as well from Meteor, as this is all going the way of LGD. Jin Zhao just about surviving as life is pulled back in and finished off. And now ZDZ realizes there's nowhere to run, no flash available. Bobbed on down, and Haichao finishes the job.
With great power comes great possibilities for LGD.
Let's just take a moment and recalibrate. And FPX feels like trying to get some control of the map on that top side, but Haichao easily able to, I was going to say trade, but actually the tower's still not gone down on that top side. So despite the presence there from Life and from Milky Way, with Jin Zhao moving up, we've still not quite been able to finish the job. Next wave could be the one though. Care can move on up. Birdol might be able to clear that wave as the dragon taken. And there we go. It will be traded. Herald, remember, still in pocket for Milky Way, so could maybe move mid with that.
Birdol backs towards more the front line slash kind of utility kind of picks to be someone who could CC, someone that could tank in the front line. It's interesting to me now, particularly because they changed their style.
Gage in the jungle. Life might have overstepped his bounds here. Hook goes wide. Jin Zhao, the root is enough, and Life goes down. Pyroclasm across the team, and perhaps a chance for FPX as ZDZ blows the horn. Looks for a knock-up, but he's maybe overstepped as the rest of FPX just abandoned ship on the play. Yeah. ZDZ wanted more. No one else did.
Why they would go towards that Life? I think he thought that the W wouldn't come through for the Lilia, so the watch out even carries him out of the solar flare back in towards the fight.
There's another fight going on. There's 2 are already gone down. Care now trying to get DPS out, but there's a bomb going up both sides. As Birdol now gets a shock blast. I guess we're just going to trade support.
Yeah, just turning up to a river and watching an objective get taken. That is one of the worst things you can do in Pro League of Legends. You can be doing better things with your time. You can be cross-mapping, as you can see right now. Milky Way can be farming. FPX didn't have to be there to watch that dragon die, and they do end up peeling off after they take that poke. They realize, okay, we can't fight, let's go do something else. Meteor's going to get himself into the enemy jungle, see if he can steal blue.
Can't do it, but he can get a sleep onto Milky Way, and while he's dreaming, everything flies in his direction. It's turned into a nightmare for FPX, but ZDZ has managed to find one for himself, and the brittle onto Meteor sets up for a solar flare execution. Talk about sunburn, and here comes Care on the bottom side. What a fight for FPX!
FPX individual mobility is slightly less. You should be moving a little bit earlier, which can help you get onto the map and help you make those bigger map plays and arrive to the play potentially first. Going to shove it towards that mid lane. That's not a great hook.
Oh no, Jin Zhao, that was not the one. Not the one at all. Life has to tank it. He's got a Warmog, so he'll be back up to full HP, and FPX suddenly with the support down on LGD, maybe with a chance to just start a Baron. There's no Drake on the other side to threaten a trade. LGD now against the rock and a hard place.
Now that's going to be Swellseed going wide. If Swellseed hits the next one, everything is someone off the vision.
Life was on a flank. Birdall ended up spotting it out. Perhaps he's done enough to deny Baron once more, but this time he's caught. This time he goes down to CDC. Gets Kepler out of dodge as well, and FPX can just rinse and repeat.
I thought that maybe FPX had chosen the wrong targets. They used the Ornn ult onto different targets than the Jace. Jace had the phase rush, but it's not enough. Where's this next Swellseed going? If this hits, this could be huge.
Oh, it hit onto Milky Way. It hit onto Milky Way. The sleep on the back line, but in the meantime, they've already got one. FPX just pull the trigger, and LGD are blown to smithereens. Meteor trying to move forward. The health bars are pretty low on the side of FPX. Milky Way, one auto away, but the Baron, luckily for him, picks different targets. I mean, this couldn't be closer.
Yeah, that's two Swellseeds from Meteor, which might have even saved the game at this point. If you end up losing that fight and losing another Baron, I think FPX probably just blow open the game. The first Baron got them back to near enough even to see whether this objective can really be started up in earnest. Not sole point for either team, so Baron's still going to be the focus right now.
Meteor stunned, and instantly a TP from Haichao on the top side of the play, looking for some kind of miracle, looking to jump in. Life has a bomb on his head and moves into the rest of his team, as that will really do that much damage, to be honest. FPX now with a chance for a re-engage. Double knockup comes up through, Meteor stunned up, but look at the depth charge from Jin Zhao, sends everyone away. It's going to be one kill as Birdall falls. That's a second one, both to Milky Way. But LGD still threatening enough to deny any objective. He didn't hear no bell. They go again straight onto the Baron. Live trying to deny the escape as the rest of FPX move over. Care has been tagging the Baron though, so he's kind of chunked as Jin Zhao arrives. Hex Flash into the play as ZDZ is chunked. Care dodges the hook. It hits the wall instead, and Live walks away with his life as well. Birdall now on the bottom side of the fight. Three-man shock blast, but can LGD close the gap? Doctum is found! The sleep turns it into two as Birdall will burn to a crisp and maybe turns into more. Haichao flashes for a little bit of a victory lap, and that'll turn into finally a Baron.
Finally, LGD get themselves enough kills with enough HP bars remaining to go towards a big objective. They're going to claim the Baron, and they're going to get themselves maybe the accelerating play which they need. FPX, they've been giving them a really good fight. Milky Way does have flash. You can potentially them for a steal.
Pyroclasm is up as well. Pyroclasm is up, and they're all in the pit right now. That's going to be damage, but Milky Way goes down. ZDZ finds one, but that's all of it. Wait, no! The Baron! Oh, the Pyroclasm and the Baron on top! The burns work it out for him!
As much. And the fights just keep going. It's just teleport after teleport to keep things going before the resets really clearly come through.
Tough for Birdall. He sees his angle on Doctum there, but Shock Blast goes wide, so he doesn't have to kill it. Jin Zhao hits that hook as well. That's a one fight right there. Then the chase down. Birdall hits that Shock Blast big time, but the sleep onto Doctum is what seals it.
You know, the more I watch these replays, the more I'm really appreciating what these junglers are doing against. We knew this matchup was going to be important. Haichao gets a kill there at the end, but you know, Meteor, he has himself that ult again. He has himself the Zhonya's now.
Sleep on Milky Way once again. Shock Blast goes on through onto FPX superstar jungler, and he's got an upgraded Leandris, by the way. That is, I don't know if it's when there's so much damage flying towards you, and this is finally going to be a Baron. Milky Way, I think, wants to try and move over, but he's too late. realizes it at the last possible second. Now ZDZ pulls the trigger for a fight, flashes to find the knockup, double knockup in fact, is Jinjiao the target. FPX get one as Meteor on the front line now, but Birdle takes care out on the backside. It means life is left alone for Kepler to finish off. Meteor grabs the kill as Hightower looks to threaten once again. Bomb onto ZDZ's head, and he's got some damage as well. ZDZ forced away as Hightower looks for more rockets from FPX.
When asked.
I will say, we're still in touching distance gold-wise, and with all items in as well, it really does feel like this one's even. It really does feel like these fights could go either way. With a good Pyroclasm, with a good Ornal, it's still very possible for FPX. Baron Siege in this bottom side could lead to... Hang on, we've got maybe a solo kill. Birdle forced to flash on the top side of the map as well. True shot barrage is nowhere
Get onto the back line. I don't think it particularly matters how tanky ZDZ potentially life can be as well. Birdle hits one.
Oh, Life finds his angle onto Birdle, though the Solar Flare is down, and Birdle removed from the play. But now the counterpunch from LGD as they move in, but they've dropped ZDZ by so much time and space. It's only a 2-for-1. With Birdle and Jinjiao gone and Life surviving with Warmogs in pocket, that should be a trade for FPX.
So FPX managed to get themselves onto the targets they need. Meteor doesn't have flash, doesn't have ult. How much can he do?
Straight onto the backside, Meteor caught here by Life. Great engage there, but a lot of damage taken by Life. Meteor still going strong. Drake secured. LGD, I think they wanted a little bit more, but they just can't close the gap. Ended up 1 and 5, not been able to sweep up many kills, but he is sweeping up towers right now. And Ash Arrow gonna fly across the map. Birdle gets stunned for 5 seconds, but Merc treads clean.
Oh, no.
Wait, the minions finish the top before the TP can come on through. That's TP on cooldown for Care. ZDZ has his, but the rest of LGD are just gonna buy time. That's gonna be an inhib surely. What, he backs away?
I mean,
he doesn't take it?
I mean, he just sat there trying to pull FPX across the map. FPX look for a prayer. They look to pray towards that arrow, but all it ends up being is a Sims prayer. He's on the Nexus, FPX. You can't trade mid lane prayer for a Nexus.
Oh my days, Birdle finding the value on this Jace pick, and that's asleep. Is True Shot Barrage available? No. Solar Flare comes into the fight. Jinjiao flashes to safety. Life with a bomb on his head, and he's burning. Care next to go down as Life finally falls, and Highchow gets himself some resets. Milky Way falls. Doctum falls. Highchow knocking them all down as Kepler looks to snipe. Birdle escapes to the bottom side, and LGD stamp their mark on this series.
FunPlus Phoenix look for the arrow, they look for the teleport, they find neither and are left wanting. LGD have bled for this win, but it will be theirs all the same. In this matchup with two teams trying to find their place within the Ascension group, LGD strike first.
Care will go down to the bomb. ZDZ, last man standing, but he's not standing any longer. LGD with an absolute banger of a game one. Show that they deserve.
Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LPL matchup.
1v1, you don't have the level 6 yet from the Kai'Sa, which is when you can get some significant kill threat onto the Ezreal. Kai'Sa always was kind of introduced as a bit of an Ezreal counter in regards to that. We do have ourselves a lot of people entering River in this top side.
Oh, ZDZ. He's going to be okay. I wasn't sure if Birdle would just look for the knockback towards the rest of the team. Great hook from Jinjiao. And that's that spear setup you were talking about. First blood there for LGD. And potentially Grubs as well.
Yeah, that was masterfully stepped by Birdle.
Great, just managed.
That was a really close spear there from Meteor too. That spear lands and maybe you've got yourself crocodile skin and boots. That's a flash in the bot lane.
Kepler, he's got arcade shift, but even that won't save you now. Doctor will grab himself FPX's first kill of the game.
Kepler subbing in for Shaya and immediately getting
2022
shown.
Summer was on TT, but again, very lackluster roster. He's been a player that often has been criticized for mispositions in team fights, in map maneuvers as well. He wants to try and prove himself as he stepped into this roster over Xiaoya, a very new player. Perhaps that legacy can step up as Life goes in for a fight here. Kepler's just getting so much poke damage down. Lamp Respite used just to keep the support alive. Milky Way chunk as well. And look at this max range ZDZ finds the engage though, and Kepler has to blink away, but Doctum finds him on the back line. 1-for-1 as now Doctum will be taken down, and LGD, they keep their distance.
It is a trade of dives as Huff.
But Fort Blabber still gets mentioned. It's
Oh, Go's a great juggler,
It's
but
gonna
he's
be rough.
always going to remember for that one. That's the case of it. There's not many times when a player is known for like a negative connotation to a move being named after. Because you know you've got like the insect, great, the flash kick. You've got the Captain Jack, the instant cleanse. You have the blabber dying for a crab.
Yeah. Me and back when Orcs was casting on, hang on, I'm going to have to hold this thought as life finds himself a double knockup to engage, and Milky Way's done damage onto Jinjiao. Great spear from Meteor, chunks out Milky Way, but it won't be enough to save the LGD support. He drops, as Kepler will at least find it. Tower Dogdom with the all-in. No flash for Kepler, remember?
Kepler.
And he's found in a 1v1 against Dogdom.
Kepler uses his E after the W is landed, so he just gets assassinated. Now suddenly Dogdam 3-1 after LGD also overextended that bot jungle. Gives a lot over to FPX. It was just 2 straight kills, very, very clean in terms of the execution. And though LGD have 6 grubs, they can play around side lanes. If you are dying, it doesn't help you defend your own turrets in the same way. So FPX giving a lot of freebies there, even though they're behind quite significantly for this timestamp in the game. FPX trading back well, maybe looking for an engage.
Oh, Jinjiao just walked straight into them there. He's going to drop again 2 times in a row there. And I feel like the bottom lane for LGD is falling apart a little bit. The rest of the map looking good, but this bot lane needs to sort their stuff out. ZDZ trying to move in and threaten for more, and it will secure the tier 1 in the mid lane for FPX. Kepler wants a little bit more, but does need to be cautious. Couple of awkward deaths. Still very positive right now for LGD across the board.
It is, and they need to be careful still. They have the 6 grubs, they have themselves a lot of squishing up, and see whether it can continue that as the Herald is dropped down towards bot side, away from those hotspots.
6 grubs as well, so this should be some good damage, and the mites will tank. That's going to be a tower, tier 2, in favour of LGD. And nothing else really gained elsewhere from FPX. Trying to move up to this top side, trying to get something onto Birdall, but he respects it. He backs away, and this will also be a second Drake for LGD. They've got 6 grubs. They're looking at 2 Drakes. They've got more towers than FPX. I mean, we said this is a composition that you kind of need to be ahead. You kind of need to be in control of the game for this sort of poke composition to go.
I did learn that there are W cylinders the other day. Well, not the other. I've known that for a while. They're not common, but there are W cylinders. That's a hold coming in.
Yeah, his Valkyrie was denied, but Lamb's just gonna die. Oh no! Lamb's respite comes out a little bit late, and Haichao managed to make his way into a Milky Way, dies to the Frost Bomb. Oh god, it's a disaster! And Haichao, the winner of it all with a double kill.
Why are they taking that fight when their Kaiser is in base? Dogdom was trying to run down the mid lane, trying to get towards that play, but once again, they just don't get themselves in the position at the right time. And LGD, they're quite a squishy composition. They can't tank this for long, but they can definitely head towards it. Life is heading back out towards the map, but I think this might just be gone. There's no slight right there.
Pretty quick.
Baron gone.
They might have to flash over the back wall. I don't know. Dogdom potentially a chance to pop off here. 2K on the Baron. Smite should come down here, but the health bars are low for LGD. That's Baron. Jinjiao just dips immediately. Kepler over the wall, but Dogdom chases for more. 2 kills for him, 1 for Care, but a Baron for LGD.
Finally! Most gold in the game, very, very powerful. You also have 4 marks being claimed by Milky Way somewhere over the last fight or 2. Managed to pick them up, so he's going to have himself that range increase. Also has himself a crack.
Quite when did manage to find his 4th stack, so the Kindred did more of a champion in these team fights. Kepler actually dashes forwards to find some damage, and Jinjiao blocks the culling from Care, and a little shock blast on the back of it as well. Look at the health bars from FPX as they move into the mid lane. Honey fruit there for Kepler as well to remove the poke that's been returned. Kepler right at the front of the fight here, potentially needs to back away, but finds one. Never mind, stay exactly where you are, Kepler. Hot off. Dogdom into the back line, but Birdall flashes away from him. Dogdom low on HP, but finds one anyway. ZDZ, one of the last members remaining, and Dogdom on the wrong side of the map. Meteor searches for more. Haichao gets a chunk from Dogdom, who's desperately trying to recall.
Another
Meteor
W.
knows. Meteor knows, surely. Oh, the spear just meters away as Dogdom finally found the solo for Meteor and LGD, kings of the chaos.
LGD, they have found themselves a bit of a roadblock here in LGD. LGD, they were the sore thumb in the Ascension group. People are asking, did they deserve to be here? Flash in onto Birdall, that's a kill.
Huge pick here for FPX, massive. Unfortunately, there's nothing up right now, but in 20 seconds, Baron will come up onto the map. Birdall has TP, but he'll be dead for another 20 seconds when that Baron spawns. Perhaps a chance for FPX.
Yeah, that's still a flash out of ZDZ. That's a powerful tool to get ready for the battle for mid-prio. It's a little bit different. We don't exactly have ourselves any orcs right now, but we have a lot of firepower and so many skill shots from LGD. Even if one misses, there's a dozen other which is going to follow it. If they can land enough poke, that might be it. Milky Way's going!
Milky Way goes in and Life finds a knock-up to start it off. Jin Zhao alone as LGD forced to retreat to start it off with the health bars alone. And Doctum down to the backline looking for Meteor. He survives, and instead Doctum falls. Birdle trying to carry on the bottom side of the fight as LGD stays at 3. Jumping forwards, the Lamb's respite will keep Kepler alive. The spears coming in, shot blast from the side, potentially from Birdle as it goes wide. Haichao looking for rockets too, but they're on cooldown. Life sidestepping everything. 3 men alive each.
There are just so many particles on our screen at every given moment. These skill shots tearing across the battlefield. And it's LGD that vaguely come out with a win, question mark. I think definitely up to this point, they are going to be able to stick around in the bottom river. Dragon has spawned. FPX, they're trying to get their jungler healed up off of these camps, but can they contest? Milky Way can hop over the back of the pit. He can look for the steal. No Lamb's respite, though.
This is Soul, and it's Soul for LGD as Birdle dives into the backline, though, tries to trade it. That's 2. How did they find 2? 3 there as Haichao carries the fight. Life alone in the back of the pit, and he will fall for another in favor of LGD.
Soul and Haichao have absolutely murdered their way through the grand majority of these team fights. With the Ocean Soul, they're going to look to take the Baron.
ZDZ tries to make some kind of contest happen, but there's nothing he can do on that one. Now Doctum, I mean, Killer Instinct is up. If he can find a Void Seeker, maybe there's an angle for an exit kill. What?
He steals the Baron!
The Void Seeker!
This is a snipe from the gods. W to steal that Baron. That keeps things maybe in contention, but they're still losing their base.
He had a Pixel's whip to hit it, and he hit it, but it will not save the base by the looks of things. Mid lane in hit goes down, bot lane in trouble, and ZDZ falls. This is a window wide open for LGD to find their first series win here in the Ascend group.
ZDZ has that flash back, and he's found Birdle on the side. He doesn't know he's here. He's not going to go onto him just yet. He's going to flank potentially.
Mega flank coming through. Life finds the engage as Haichao gets away. Doctor dives onto the backline looking at the enemy mid laner. He has to turn golden. ZDZ looks to finish Haichao. The health bar low, and he will be taken down. In the meantime, Care has fallen as Meteor found an assassination, but FPX are winning the fight right here. Birdle has to carry. He has to be the one to take the mantle. But with Jin Zhao falling, and Meteor can't get into the fight, Birdle surely will die too. FPX are doing it against all odds. FPX find it off of ZDZ's miracle flank.
ZDZ gets Jaya in this series. These team fights have not been a great look in for him. Whereas on the other side, Doctam is really starting to take over once the opening has been presented. Picture in picture, we might be seeing a kill.
Oh, Meteor's dead! Oh my god, Meteor's dead as Elder Dragon spawns! LGD, 2 mistakes, 2 back-to-back mistakes, and suddenly this game looks like it's FPX's.
What happens here? How did Meteor get caught out? He's just looking for a play into the enemy jungle, gets hit by the culling. Milky Way jumps over the wall. He just pushed it way too far.
Just disrespect will claim their Baron. And I've got to say, FPX's team fighting in this late game has been fantastic. Obviously, Doctum, really, really great. Seconds on Elder. The wave now arriving. Kepler's going to ult it, but with Baron in play as well, this should be enough to break open the mid lane inhibitor. 10 seconds on Elder. FPX can't just keep brute forcing, at least with Elder. Maybe they can just brute force manually. In fact, the top lane tower's not there anymore, so that'll be 2 inhibs. FPX have gone from a deficit of 2 inhibs to an advantage of 2 inhibs.
Zephyr. That's a thing. Zephyr is a thing that built out of this. We rarely get to see these things, but he's so strong. Kepler has the bloodthirst and wants to wave play. Oh, that's a double teleport!
Kepler's gone a little bit too deep on this one. Flashes over the wall. Doctor gets onto the backside. Haichao manages to survive. ZDZ goes over the wall, but Doctor might gone too deep himself. Care now has to carry ZDZ's in the middle of everything. Doctor gets away with his life. Meteor tries to carry so many Zonyas as Birdle hunts for Doctor, but the shot blast is wide. Birdle doesn't have the damage, and FPX come out on top. The Acadian rain is a hailstorm on the heads of LGD. We're going to 3.
Off of a W snipe, Baron steal, FPX claw their way back into the series against all odds. FunPlus Phoenix take it back to 1-1.
just a 1-kill advantage for FPX as the game will end. Milky Way, the one to finish it by his lonesome. As you can see, Life and Meteor chasing around the other side of the map. Milky Way will finish the job, and FPX keep this series alive.
Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LPL matchup.
Right up, Jin Zhao will survive. Is Milky Way now gets to aggress onto Meteor. They may not get the actual dive itself, but the damage on Jin Zhao means there's no support from LGD in this bottom side, and Milky Way gets to try and go for Crux instead. Jin Zhao so low on HP, and the burn will finish the job, but Life now in trouble. Dashes and flashes to safety as Meteor gets stunned himself, and the Brawl passive stacking up as well. This is going to be 2 as Milky Way looks for the burn. A couple more autos will do the job. Meteor will fall. No, Meteor survives, and now Kepler gets low, but he finishes up on Milky Way first. Doctum suddenly alone, and nobody's going down. Haichao to try and finish this kill onto Doctum as they move through the jungle. He's body blocking, he's trying to buy space and time for Jin Zhao, but he'll just finish the kill by himself. Beautifully done by LGD.
How do they walk away with a winning trade there? The patience from FPX and the mess of an early game fight, which I thought FPX could have run away with, but obviously I was mistaken.
It was so close to being glorious for FPX, but Milky Way couldn't get his passive off.
The game, giving over that much gold when you should have won that early fight, given how much damage you did in that first dive, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Perhaps a cap with the 9 lives, but then Kepler actually is going to field the claws on this one. Stun comes in, True Shot Barrage will be buffered, but it won't really make much difference. Doctor, I mean, we keep on seeing this Ashe just chase
Might
people.
try and smite away the first one, get themselves that 4 grub buff for the Knights.
So Meteor does get that first one, as you say. Milky Way will be able to grab at least one of these, gets the double XP for it, as that is just going to be Jin Zhao kind of abandoned. No, does flash away to safety, the burn ticking, but I don't think it's quite enough. And now a TP in, as FPX look for their prize. It will be Birdle dropping, and Care grabbing a kill.
Jin Zhao is very lucky to get away with his life. FPX is showcase again the power of the Ashe Brawl. If it gets down, tries to throw in a Solar Flare on the other side, but that's going to be the power of that Ashe Brawl, so keep an eye on that one. We see it a lot, just keeping tabs now.
Milky Way smites his Grob. Does mean his blue could be under threat, but it looks like Meteor will back away from this one. Jin Zhao might not get the option of backing away from this one. Great little rotation there, and a great punish. And now Life wants a little bit more as well. Meteor does get knocked up, gets caught, and gets stunned. That's a bonus, both into Doctum's pocket as well. Fantastic series of plays here from FPX.
FPX have been great at using this Brawl for their early game plans. The fact that they have the Ashe besides difference maker, and whether LGD had live or die.
Instead of us presence from Birdle, previous trade. As Herald started up, FPX definitely feel like a stronger team based on the previous fights we've seen so far. Jin Zhao steps up once more. TP immediately comes through from CDZ, but Jin Zhao might be gone before the fight begins. Does survive for now. CDZ gets into that front line. Meteor on the target. He's slowed, but walks away with his life. Pyroclasm bouncing around his Birdle's on the front line. Burns to a crisp and Care. Dives straight onto Kepler and eviscerates him. Haichao packing. And FPX will grab a Herald.
They can't keep getting away with himself. LGD are not winning these team fights. They are falling behind, and they can't afford to do that. The items are only going to get that much in a minute's time. I need to see that. I think that's probably what LGD are banking on. A good enough Poppy ult to break up in that combo, either get rid of the backline or part of this front line to allow LGD into the game. That is the one X factor they have in these fights. Besides that, it is so tough for them to play this out. Maybe Meteor can get himself a big play too, but it is a hard ask.
Herald actually protected here as the tower goes down for the charge, which should mean he can get a charge onto this second tower. Birdle not here, so no steadfast presence to worry about, but a solar flare might be a problem. True Shot Barrage eaten up by Life for breakfast. And that's going to be FPX grabbing themselves a charge onto a tier 2. They'll be quite happy with that one as an arrow goes in. It lands onto Meteor. He's forced to flash away, but Care won't let him out of the play. Look at the chase down from FPX. LGD cannot escape. CDZ looks for more as Doctum dives as well. Birdle tries to answer, but he falls instead as the tier 2 drops, and CDZ just keeps this threat going.
What if Birdol's ult misses? He doesn't break open that combo, and LGD do not have a way to fight back. We're at the point now where objective
They
bounty.
just need a game and 3/4 to warm up each series, that's all.
They are best of 3 merchants. That's what they are. Jinjo going into the Ash Storm again. It is just caught again.
Total Flare's good. True Shot Barrage is good. Kepler has an angle here onto Milky Way, and suddenly LGD are back into things. I'll never compliment a team ever again, or never mind ZDZ. Look at this! Nearly gets 3 for himself and saves the fight.
Saves the fight, and I have to say, FPX must be still some threat from LGD, even though they've struggled to find it throughout most of this game so far. Objective bounty going to be claimed by Bird. So that is very good for FPX if they can make it around the front line. Very powerful in the Cash Meteor.
Arrow lands, Meteor caught out here. ZDZ, can he get the all out in the right angle? Forced away, and now the keeper's verdict in play. ZDZ low, but he gets his all out in the end, and it's Birdle to fall. FPX start the fight strong, asleep onto 2, and now a chance for the LGD carries to pop off. Double swirl seed to get the slow. Hightower trying to chase, but he's hit by a pillar of flame, and ZDZ looks to answer, but Kepler has his moment in the sun. No! He's in the shade after all. The shadow of ZDZ.
FPX lose 4.
Soul point already. It's an Ocean Soul as well, which is just so valuable in these long, drawn-out fights. Yeah. On a flank is LGD just trying to burn the objective down. A Spine Steal would be enough from Milky Way as he moves towards the pit himself. Pillar of Flame is there. Passive up on the Drake. It's not taken. No soul for FPX and LGD. Look for a fight as well. ZDZ is on the back line as Birdle gets low. ZDZ manages to set it all up once more. He even lives through it. Dodges the swirl seed, and FPX maintain their control. They maintain dominance in this game as Meteor trying to 1v1 against Care, but that's a Zeri, and I don't think Deers do well against miniguns.
He's going to walk away with his life. He has had an absolute monster performance as a frontline, as a backline diving assassin from the top lane. Looks like a 4,000 damage team like this. But not every player can make this champion handle like this too. Whoever's behind the wheel of that champion can get a lot of value. Hightrack jumps out. He's safe for now.
He's slowed. Hang on, that's a Braum.
Oh, no, he's not.
That's a kill for Braum. Life finds the pick up from Dogdam's arrow. And now that's a tier 2 broken in the top side. That's FPX with Baron buff pushing on inhibs.
Yeah, so, no, he wasn't safe for now. He goes immediately down. There's an objective bounty claimed by Birdle, but he needs to get back to base. Likelihood is 2 inhibitors falling. Birdle teleporting back to base to try and be there as a last bastion before FPX break them.
No minions under the mid tower, so FPX can't just path towards that one instead. They'll just path towards the Nexus towers here, trying to threaten for more. Zeri is very fast at destroying these towers, and LGD forced back into their base, waiting for that mid-wave arrive or FPX, but they're looking to take one Nexus tower, maybe more if LGD aren't careful, but with the mid-wave arriving, they'll take a mid-tower on the exit. Birdle takes a Pyroclasm to the face, and that's going to be Jinjiao falling. FPX are snowballing for a victory in 26 minutes here. It's been such a slow, delicate series, and yet FPX in game number 3, they show up when it matters the most. Keeper's verdict keeps everyone in the game here. Birdle stepping up, but Meteor is solo, and FPX have the damage to finish the job, to find another comeback. ZDZ with a masterclass on the Cassante. The FPX players stand.
These were the best highlights from today's LPL matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say.
Okay.
See you on the next one.